Hi guys, I hope you're having a good day. So this is not going to be a drama video, but this is the updated ban and restrict announcement from Wizards of the Coast. And basically we're just going to go ahead and kind of go over a few things. I think, everything's pretty clean as far as the bannings go. So it's not going to be like one of those things, but there are bannings that they're telling you to watch out for in the future. And these are the same bannings that I've been harping for the last 2 months, and it will involve Pioneer. But so far right here, as you can see, in Brawl, Golos is banned. In Historic, the following cards are moved from suspended to banned. So again, Oko Thieves of the Crowns is banned for what, the 5th time? Once Upon a Time as well, Veil of the Summer. The following cards are moved from suspended to legal. So Field of the Dead and Historic, you can play with. In Legacy, Underworld Breach is banned. So again, that's the Theros Beyond Death card, as you can see right here. Each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the mana's casting cost, plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. And then at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice Underworld Breach. So basically, this mechanic allowed people just to rip into their graveyard and recast things. And in legacy formats, like in the older formats, that was definitely a problem. Again, so in Legacy, we're seeing another card in a new set is banned, but this is in Legacy, so nothing was touched in Standard. Okay. In Modern, Once Upon a Time is banned, so this card is completely just lost in value. It's once was a $20 card. Once it got banned from Standard, it still held right around like $12. And once it got banned in Pioneer, it fell to about $7. And now that it's banned in Modern, that was the only thing holding the card value in place. So therefore, the card is it's useless. It's just utterly useless. So they go on to kind of talk about this. So, and I'm just going to kind of skip over this really quickly. But in Brawl, a rather limited format, really, that people play in, they said in Brawl and Arena. So they're citing Arena. Okay, they're not citing physical gameplay. Decks using Golos, Tireless Pilgrim as their commander have risen to become about 10% of the field. So this makes Golas twice as popular as the most popular Brawl commander. While this isn't inherently problematic, Golas' 5-color identity also circumvents deck building restrictions that most other Brawl decks need to work within. So that just explains it. I'm not going to continue reading that. If you want to, you can go ahead and do that. By the way, we are going to be doing a box opening of Theros Beyond Death, so feel free to subscribe for that. I will be doing that sometime this week. I'll be opening a box of Theros Beyond Death. I know a lot of people don't like to open those boxes because they don't get their value back in return, but we are going to play a game with that, and I'm going to kind of do a booster box game with Theros Beyond Death. Then I'm also going to be opening up mystery booster boxes, so you can look at that as well. So subscribe to the channel for that. All right, so in Historic, which is kind of a format that's between Standard and Modern and Pioneer. So Historic, so let's just read this. So in the last Historic update, 4 cards were suspended from the format for having problematic win rates and reducing diversity. So they go on to say, now we have updates to those suspensions, with Field of the Dead becoming unsuspended and Oko, Thief of the Crowns, Veil of the Summer, and Once Upon a Time becoming banned. So basically, we should just call Oko, Veil of the Summer, and Once Upon a Time the big three. The big three that gets banned in every single format. Because of the digital first nature. So again, look at these bannings. It's really focused on Arena, digital first. And then we go back up to the top where they said, like in Brawl, let's highlight this, Brawl on Arena. Um, because of the first digital first nature. So a lot of this is because of online play, not physical play. So this tells you things like Historic, things like Brawl. It's more of an online play than it is really a physical thing. So to me, it's a great time to buy into Modern, because as the summer hits, I don't know if you guys know this, but as the summer hits, Modern tournaments will be back. So Modern card prices are going to elevate in the next couple of months. So people tell me, when's the best time to get into Modern? Now. You can get surgical extractions that were $50. Now you can get them for like $14. Cards that were like, you know, it's the best time to get into Modern if you ever wanted to get into Modern. So, let's just read this. Start from the second paragraph, and I'll just read it really quickly. Because of the digital first nature of Historic and its unique approach to adding card content, our philosophy is, when possible, to introduce answers to problematic cards rather than ban them. I've been saying Wizards should be doing this for a long period of time, and I'm glad that they're taking this stance. You can watch my earlier Oko banning videos, and it wasn't that I was for Oko being in the format and for the format to be busted. It was for me, for them to come up with solutions or print solutions instead of banning, because people lose a lot of money when things get banned. So it's great that they're actually taking this stance. I totally agree with that. But it says, in the case of Fill of the Dead, we're introducing some new answers with Historic Anthology 2, including Ghost Quarter. Yes. So Ghost Quarter, I'll look at, so basically it destroys a target land. Its controller may search for, so it destroys any land. You can destroy a basic land if you wanted to, and its controller may search their library for a basic land card and put it on the battlefield. So I said they should have reprinted Ghost Quarter when Fill of the Dead was in Standard. Like M20 would have been a good place to reprint Field of the Dead, or excuse me, to reprint Ghost Quarter. You can look back at my previous videos. I absolutely said that. So I'm glad Wizards is actually doing some of the things that I said. I'm not saying they listen to my videos. I'm saying is that some of the philosophies of not banning cards, not being crazy banning cards, and actually looking for solutions and reprinting things, that is the thing that you do. That's what Magic used to do with 4th edition, 5th edition, 6th edition, 7th edition. They reprinted cards like Birds of Paradise, Wrath of God. They reprinted those to take care of new cards that were had a higher power level. That's how you deal with things. You don't ban them. You come up with solutions to stop those things. So anyway, let's just continue. With these new options and other decks picking up powerful additions, we're optimistic that we'll reintroduce Fill the Dead without decks that use it becoming dominant. So they're bringing back Fill the Dead, guys. That's basically what they're saying. And then the big three. We're not even Oko, Veil, Once Upon a Time are powerful cards that are difficult to interact in an advantageous way. After observing the health of the format with and without these cards, we've decided to upgrade these suspensions to bans, so they're basically banned. Okay, overall, they're saying they're pleased with the state of Historic, and we're just going to move on. All right, to Modern, over the past months, Once Upon a Time has become one of the most played decks. And so it's not really Once Upon a Time. It's that it's a deck called Amulet Titan. So basically, they can get a Primeval Titan on the board by like turn 4. Okay? So Primeval Titan is like one of the stronger green cards printed in the last 10 years. And they can get that out turn 4. And so Once Upon a Time allows them to do that. So again, Once Upon a Time is not the problem. It feeds the problem, but it's Amulet Titan. Amulet Titan, in the last tournament that was played in Modern, 4 out of the 8 decks were Amulet Titan. Okay, so the consistency provided by Once Upon a Time allows these decks to much more reliably interact with the early game plan. Compared to the archetypes in the metagame, leading to less divergent gameplay paths. Going forward, Once Upon a Time poses a design constraint in making it too easy to assemble a creature. It goes back to what I just said. It just goes back to what I said. In land-based combinations. In order to facilitate more varied gameplay and mitigate future risk, Once Upon a Time is banned in Modern. Okay, so Legacy, again, you're going to experience bans like you did the last cycle. Since the release of Theros Beyond Death, we've watched the evolution of combination decks that revolve around the interaction between Underworld Breach, Lion's Eye Diamond. So Lion's Eye Diamond, okay, so I talk about this in my last video. Lion's Eye Diamond was a $3.25 junk rare from Mirage. And if you look at Lion's Eye Diamond, and I kind of wish they had a better, yeah. But so basically, Lion's Eye Diamond reads: sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond. It costs 0 mana. Discard your hand and add 3 mana of any color to your mana pool. Activate this ability anytime you could cast an instant. The reason why this card was considered a trash rare when it was printed back in Mirage back in 1996, when I played since 1994 when I was like a little kid, like we're talking like 6 years old. So this was a trash rare because we had mana burn. We had this thing called mana burn. So mana burn was if you had excess mana during any phase and you did not use that mana up, you took damage for each floating mana. So this card was considered a trash rare because you're emptying your hand, you're adding 3 mana of any color to your mana pool, so you're going to take 3 damage. But in today's game, they took away mana burn, so there's no consequence to running Lion's Eye Diamond. So Lion's Eye Diamond is now $150. And so you see the interaction, right? You can sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond, discard your hand, add 3 mana, and then Underworld of Breach. Oh, by the way, each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. So you see how that kind of... Then you have Brain Freeze, which says target player puts the top 3 cards of the library into their graveyard. And then, yeah, so it's just, yeah. So in many cases, they said we'd allow a new breakout combo deck sometime to see if the metagame can adapt, but as these decks were refined, it became clear from the rising win rates that Underworld of Breach interaction with Lion's Eye Diamond would remain problematic in Legacy going forward. Rather than allowing these decks to become a large part of the competitive metagame, they're basically saying we just flat out banned Underworld of Breach. I agree with this. They did it right. They didn't ban like you saw Mox Opal where they banned a $100 card. So Lion's Eye Diamond was a $200 rare, but since legacy prices and vintage prices are taking a hit, they're losing money steadily every month. Lion's Eye Diamond is now $150. So instead of banning the $150 card, they're banning the card that actually causes the problem, which is only a couple dollar card, a rare card. So I'm very proud that Wizards chose to ban the card only worth a couple dollars as opposed to a card that's worth a lot of money and people lose their butts. Okay, so I'm proud to see that. And then here's the big thing about Pioneer. Let's just skip over this because it's just saying they're happy with the metagame. But as I've been telling you 2 months ago and last month, guys, take note of this. And ladies, take note of this. However, we are aware of the community concern about some of the new combos that broke out. And here's the thing. They're citing player tours. So these are pro players abusing this combo. Heliod Suncrown and Walking Ballista. So let me just tell you how this works. So Heliod Suncrown on the surface is a very good card, but let's skip the first sentences of Heliod Suncrown. Let's focus on the middle part of the text. It says, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. So whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+ counter on a creature or enchantment. And you can pay 2 and another creature gains lifelink. Let's look at Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista, and I cover this combo in my previous videos. Look on the channel, click on it, and you sit back, listen to it. Guys, I'm very audible. So a lot of my videos, you don't even have to sit in front of your screen and watch. You can just like do your laundry, have it play in the background, because I go everything, I'm very audible in my videos. So look at Walking Ballista. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Walking Ballista. It deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Look at its bottom text. By the way, it's an artifact, so you can play it in any deck. And its mana is just double X. Look at Heliod Suncrown again. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. So you can literally do infinite damage by removing a 1/1 counter and dealing damage to a target creature or player. Then Heliod Suncrown is going to give it a +1/+1 counter. So it's an infinite life gain, infinite damage combo. In general, we're okay with the combo having a presence in the Pioneer metagame, but it's certainly possible to have combos that are too strong or too prevalent. Combo decks can be unhealthy in large dosages, especially when they are difficult to interact with, win quickly, and win too often. So I want you to really pay attention to this in Pioneer, guys. I have a feeling that Walking Ballista will be banned very shortly. So, my opinion, do not buy Walking Ballista. It's going for $25. That's completely inflated. Before Pioneer, it was a $12 rare. So it's literally like Thoughtseize. It's inflated. Do not pay inflated prices. Fable Passage is inflated because they banned fetch lands in Pioneer. So Fable Pass's value went from a $7 card to like $18. It's overinflated because it's the only technically fetch land in Pioneer. Don't pay these overinflated prices. Wait till they come down. Certainly, I'm not your financial advisor, but Walking Ballista, I've been telling you this combo before Theros came out. I have the timestamps of my video, guys. You can look back. I've been harping on this. Just don't. You can do what you want, though. Decks using the heliod Ballista combo have yet to prove themselves consistently in competitive tournaments. I don't know about that. In Modern, not Pioneer, one of the decks placed in the top 8 using the combo. And aren't showing up in play rate. So people aren't really playing with it a lot, but when they play with the heliod Walking Ballista deck, they're placing in the top 8 or the top 10. It's just people aren't really running it. But when people start to do this, and when it starts like channels like mine start telling you about these combos, and Wizards openly telling you about these combos, it makes more people aware of these combos, and thus they'll play with it even more. And so realistically, they're saying is, hey, we're aware of the combo, it's a devastating combo, but it's just not being played a lot. But when it's played, it wins. Okay, so it says in addition, many decks that include the combo do so along another primary game plan. Well, yeah. You could throw, because Walking Ballista is an artifact, you could throw it in any deck. And you could just splash a little bit of white. Heliod Sun Crown is only 1 white and 2 colorless. This is an artifact, so you can just splash white. You could run a Simic deck, like Simic or Dimir, and just throw in a little bit of white for Heliod Sun Crown, and you have Walking Ballista. You can play in any deck. So yeah, it's a win condition. Just all you need is this and this, and you win the game. That's it. That's all you need. So you don't have to build a deck around Walking Ballista and Heliod Sun Crown. You just slide them in your deck. So they're saying that, which means more diversity of gameplay and fewer games ending with a combo finish. Okay. So, with all this in mind, they say we're choosing not to make a change at Pioneer at this time. We'll continue to monitor the popularity and win rate. So, guys, obviously, they keep on harping on the combo. Our hope is not to make any change until after the players' tour. What I tell you. So, they're waiting for another tournament. So, what did I tell you guys? So, after late April, I think Ballista will be banned. It'll probably be banned. So that's really it. Again, so nothing really new. I guess the only thing to tell you really new about this is once Oko has been banned now for like the 5th time. Once Upon a Time has been banned for like the 5th time. Veil of Summer for the 4th time. Fill the Dead is unbanned from Historic. It's still banned in Standard. Underworld of Breach, yeah. Nobody's gonna be hurt over the Underworld Breach banning because it's only a couple dollar rare card. So modern Once Upon a Time is now pure garbage. It's pure garbage. Its value. I mean, it has no value. So if you're opening up an Aldrain booster box, Once Upon a Time, it used to be good to open up Once Upon a Time, but it has no value. I mean, I imagine the value would be like $2, $3 at most. I mean, it's so anyway. Yeah. all these effects affect tabletop immediately. But they won't affect MTG Arena till March 12th, 2020. So pretty. Um, Again, guys, I'm not anti-Wizards. I'm not a drama channel. So, um, anyway, that's it. This is the information that's presented. So I'll be doing a box opening sometime this week. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and that is it. So that is the bannings. That is the state. That's the banning announcement for MTG Arena. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Tell me in the comment section that you subscribed, and drop a like, and let me know what you think. Um, yeah, I'm all for what they've done in this banning. I think they're starting to go into a right direction. Uh, you know, so yeah, I like this direction a lot other than the bannings that we've seen in the past. But do not mistake it. I mean, you know, cards are still getting banned. I mean, so it's just like every month. But this is more. I think most people could agree that this is like a legitimate banning, and I don't think too many people will have issues with this. But I don't know. You tell me in the comment section. Anyway, guys, that's it. Subscribe, like, comment, and again, we're gonna be smashing open those Theros booster boxes. And yeah, we're gonna be doing that. And I'll be also opening up a mystery booster box as well. So that'll be next week. I'll be opening up the mystery booster box next week, the Theros booster box sometime this week. My schedule's been kind of crazy, guys, with college, and if you know that I study healthcare, yeah, taking care of patients, and also I'm getting back uh, in the weight room. So I'm trying to get back into bodybuilding, and I'm trying to get back into. There's a lot of things going on. So, but yeah. Anyway, subscribe, comment below. Thank you, and have a good day.